abaharnele aviernu. Atirnele awarnele ai, abiharnele viarnam. Yernele warnai, iti warnu sharnam. Yernele arna warne. Ayarni. Mette varnu hurnele aisha. Meherni arnelarni. Yawarnu alshurni. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your monthly message for November 2020 and beyond, whenever the universe nudges you to watch. I do set my intention that these readings are timeless, that somehow the universe will place it into your awareness, and you might find it whenever you need this message the most. Nonetheless, these readings are general, so I can't possibly expect to connect with everybody. So keep that in mind when you're watching, although I do hope you manage to find a message here. So let's go ahead and get into this for you. We're going to start first with the fortune reading card. This is going to act as the main energy or theme of this monthly message for you. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, November 2020 and or beyond that, whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime after. So we're looking for the main energy of this monthly message for you, Capricorn. Let's see, one card. Okay, so it says flowers, be generous, success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Okay, so I feel like this card, whenever I get it, it also reminds me of the blossoming of a flower, right? So a flower starts off closed up, and then little by little with sunshine, it starts to unfold and open up and become its beautiful, most radiant self. So you could be blossoming, or you could be coming into your own in some way. And this is saying that success and emotional fulfillment are yours as a result of that blossoming. So also be generous, extend your lighthearted energy, maybe extend your love, extend your good vibes, your happy vibes with others as well. If things are going well for you, maybe share some of that with others. So let's see if we can get 3 cards here. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. I don't like to bring it out too often because of how special it is, and also it was a gift from a loved one. But this is the Dark Mansion Tarot. Okay, so for any of you wondering, Dark Mansion Tarot is what I'm using for you, Capricorn. So let's see if we can get 3 cards. Whoa, what was that? The Justice. Nice. Balance, harmony, alignment, right? Let's see if we can get 2 more. We have the moon. And the strength. Wow, all 3 major arcana. Whoa. All right. So Pisces energy with the moon, Libra energy with the justice. We have Leo with the strength. Wow. So that strength energy is giving me the feeling of patience with yourself, coming out of a dark period with the moon, finding alignment and finding what works for you with the justice energy. So again, I do feel like I felt from the card from the get, you're coming into your own. But I think a lot of it is having endured some things. Wrongs are now righted. Things where the scales were out of balance in your life, I feel that they're coming into balance. But a lot of that is because of your resilience with the strength card, your strength, your courage, your fortitude. And now, again, you're blossoming. You're coming into your own. You found balance and equilibrium in your journey. I think also with the justice, the feeling that I'm picking up from this card is making your choices out of truth, what is right for you, standing in the light of that truth, because you're being true to yourself with the justice energy, and only tolerating those things that are in alignment and balance with you. You are strengthening your personal journey, strengthening yourself, your resolve, and balancing the shadow and the light within. The strength energy with the lion, sometimes that's our shadow, sometimes that's our ego. And then the girl that's sitting above the lion, she's like having to tame that, right? She's the one that kind of wins the lion over. I think you've overcome some of those aspects within, and maybe even outside of you, by maintaining that balance, even through confusion or not knowing your way forward. I feel like what this is saying is, again, you've walked through the dark of the moon. You've walked through moments of uncertainty, but throughout that journey, you've also been true to yourself with the justice. And you've also gained enormous strength and fortitude and resilience within yourself on your own journey. And now you're blossoming from that experience. You're coming into your own. And then this card is saying, look, success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Well, I almost want to say here, it's about darn time, especially if you've put a lot of work into your journey, if you've taken several steps to improve or better yourself with the strength. The justice is always about balance, harmony, wanting to find what's right in a situation. Always standing in truth and integrity and honesty. I think you find your success when you act in truth. You act in what is true to you, when you're true to yourself, right? The saying, know thyself. I do feel like you do know yourself, your innermost self. And every step you've taken up until this point, you've been true to that with the justice energy. And I feel like with the strength, you could say, hey, I've conquered a lot of maybe lower vibrational forces even within myself, conquered those things in myself, maybe even outside of myself, right? And now I'm conquering the beast, right? Look at her leaning on the lion, like how the lion's like, how dare you? But you know what? She's stronger. She's stronger than the lion in a sense, spiritually at least. It's like this feeling of rising above your ego, or rising above the things that would keep you in the shadows. Like the moon does keep you in the shadows, right? You walk by the light of the moon, you don't see things clearly. You don't always see things for what they are. The moon energy does talk about intuition, following your intuition as well. So when you do walk in the truth of, yourself, you walk in your truth. You act and make decisions based on your inner truth. That is listening to the innermost workings of yourself. That is listening to your intuition. I think you have walked the walk, talked the talk. Through any situation you've been given, whether in the dark or not, you've stayed true to yourself, true to your journey. And you now with the strength energy can say, you know what, I've lived it, I've been through it, I've overcome it. It's because you got to this point where you've conquered a lot of those things. Now you're walking into your success and you're blossoming. You're coming into your own. I think with the justice energy, if there was anything wrong done against you, those things will balance themselves out. Wrongs are going to be righted with that energy. They always are. If you're waiting on a deliberation, on something to deliberate itself, if you're waiting on something with the justice energy to resolve itself, this is saying you will have your success, even though you might be in the dark about it for the moment with the moon energy. Success is on your side. You might have to be a little patient as you wait for the results. Okay, it could be a legal matter. As you wait for a decision to be made, you might have to be patient. But this is telling me that there will be a successful outcome to that situation. And if you're waiting, if you've been waiting for your moment, right, to come through, and you've been patient in any aspect of your life, this is also telling me that patience is a virtue, and the process of being patient through that experience is also helping you to overcome some things, helping you also conquer the shadow aspects of the situation, which again shape you, mold you, and help you to blossom. You learn from those experiences. So let's see if we can get a little bit more detail on this, Capricorn. What exactly is going on here? I feel like you are coming into your own. You're blossoming. Success is going to be yours. Again, there's a stick with the personal power energy. So you are blossoming. You are coming into your own. I think you've been very strong and resilient. You've been patient with yourself as well as with the journey. But I think things are balancing themselves out with the justice in your favor. I'm hearing the vibe with the moon, a long, hard road. You've walked it, but you're coming through to the other side of it. Again, the journey has brought you into the fullest version of yourself. Nice. Okay. So you have the stick, which is personal power. You have the star. You have the sage energy, and you have the dagger. So again, I was feeling that shadow energy in here, and that dagger definitely is the shadow. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and address that right off the bat because it can speak of betrayal. It can speak of things going wrong. Maybe being stabbed in the back, or things not happening the way that you had hoped they would, but it's kind of like a sudden, it's like this, I don't know how to describe this. It's almost like a sudden turn of events where you least expect it, something ends up negative, okay, or turns up negative. Again, that feeling of being stabbed in the back. But the sage talks about healing. It's like this feeling of patience is a virtue, right? You've gotten through this. You've been patient with yourself with the journey, but you're blossoming on the other side of it. Again, what doesn't kill you with the dagger makes you stronger with the strength, right? And you're stepping into your personal power with this. Again, if there was betrayal or where there were wrongs, like I said with the Justice, those will be righted. And that would fall in line with the dagger energy, right? Where you've been wronged, well, karma will right that situation. I think you're stepping into your personal power over here with the stick energy. Okay, that does definitely talk about your individualism. You branch out on your own. You take power into your own hands. Okay, and it kind of reminds you like of a little Ace of Wands. Looks very similar. But again, if you have been wronged in the past and it puts you on a path of shadow, like confusion, maybe you didn't know which way you were going, but again, you were intuitively trusting the process. Those situations that you were put through, I feel with the Justice energy and the dagger, although not even of your own volition, okay? Sometimes life throws things at us that we don't even ask for. Like we're victims to that, or we're kind of innocent bystanders or kind of collateral damage, okay? Sometimes that happens in life. We're collateral damage. But what this is telling me is that that situation, Justice is resolving that on your behalf. Wrongs will be righted. The shadow period that you experienced because of those wrongs made you stronger. And it's that strength and resilience that you have earned through that shadow walk, that walk through the shadow, right? That is putting you in the path to your blossoming, to coming into your own, coming into the highest alignment and version of yourself. The star indicates that you have not been alone. You have been divinely guided the entire time. So if you wondered as you walk through the shadows, if you were, if Spirit had your back in some way, well, the star energy is telling us, yes, Spirit had your back the whole time. The star in this deck talks about clarity, having vision. Of course, in most decks, it talks about hope, as it does in this one as well. Again, you didn't give up hope. You didn't lose hope on yourself. Maybe you didn't lose hope in the fact that a situation will resolve itself with the Justice and resolve itself in your favor. Again, the wrongs are going to be righted, or they will be righted if they haven't already. They're on the way there. The star is divine guidance. So you've been guided through this, the walk in the shadow is kind of what I'm getting from the moon for whatever reason. But that walk in the shadow, like I said, has put you on the path to your own personal power. And the sage energy, talks about healing, cleansing, purification. Talks about wisdom as well. A wise sage. You ever heard that saying? So I feel like the rights are going to be in your favor. Okay, wrongs are going to be righted. Everything's going in your favor. It's been divinely guided the whole time. This situation taught you some things, maybe brought wisdom into your life, brought major resilience and fortitude into your life. But this situation is healing itself. It's cleansing itself. And as a result of it, you're stepping into your personal power. You're blossoming. You're coming into your own. You're conquering things with the Strength card. She literally has conquered that lion. Stepped in personal power. So whatever difficulty you experienced over here with the dagger and the Justice, Lady Justice is coming in to correct that. You're walking by the light of the star, which is divine guidance, and your ancestors looking out for you. This is also an energy of wish fulfillment again. So the star is telling me the good is in your favor. So if you were hoping for something to resolve itself, you're going to get your wish on that. You're going to get the outcome that you wish for. Justice will be served. But the shadow period that you experienced and the walk that you went through was not in vain, because again, with the sage, you become a wise sage. It's taught you some things, and at the end of the day, it's made you stronger and allowed you to step into your personal power, which then allows you to blossom into the fullest version of yourself. This situation is also being cleansed from your life, okay? Smudged away. Okay, it's being smudged out of your life. Purified. I do feel the vibe of alchemy coming from this reading, Capricorn. Like you've done a lot of internal alchemy. But you know, it's like you've alchemized so many things, so much shadow aspect. You're coming into balance. And that beauty and balance is also putting you on the path to, again, personal power, success, and emotional fulfillment with the flower. So if there was any betrayal, if there was anything that went wrong in your life, with the dagger energy, if there was something sudden and impactful that you weren't anticipating that went wrong, that situation is going to resolve itself. You've been patient, walking by intuition, trusting the journey, knowing that, you know, it has to resolve itself. It has to turn out in your favor. And indeed, with the star and the sage together, it is definitely. Because the sage is cleansing and purifying the situation of any negative energy. And the star is very favorable towards a wish. So Capricorn, let's see if we can get some final oracle cards here. Look at that. Perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. There you go. There you go. I mean, definitely with the strength that is perseverance, resilience, and fortitude. And self-confidence. Wow. Strong self-belief and a sense of worth. You know your worth. You've grown into that. You know your own personal power as well. I love that. That's very much confirming this energy over here with the stick. And even though you walked through the shadow, you know, you persevered through that time of difficulty. But it's that time of difficulty which helped you to alchemize a lot within yourself, which then puts you on the path to personal power, which then puts you on the path to your emotional success, fulfillment, and overall blossoming. So yeah, you've come into your own. I mean, look at the self-confidence card. Okay? Self-belief and a sense of worth. You've come into your own. So Capricorn, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'm going to roll some dice now for angel numbers. If you're not familiar with this, what I do is I roll the dice for some angel numbers. All you have to do is Google the number that comes up for you. Google angel number and whatever the number is. There will be several resources online that will help interpret the numbers. The number interpretation may indeed provide additional messages to this reading and or confirm some things already said in this reading as well. I always suggest you do your own research. That way you can find some of your own magic along the way. The universe might provide you with other confirmation and synchronicity through the research process. So I wouldn't want to take that from you by providing you with a link to the number instantaneously. Okay. So let's see what numbers come up for you, Capricorn, for this lovely reading. All right, so we have 2, 6, 267 is your angel number. Look up that angel number and see what messages it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. To support this channel, like this video, share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, maybe even click the little bell for notifications so that way you get notified of future content. It also helps support this channel even more by helping the channel grow. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is pay me a visit on Etsy, see what readings I have available. You can book a reading whenever you feel guided to. In addition to that, I also sell handmade crystal jewelry and other things there. You can see some of my creative work if you're interested. So much love to you wherever you are, Capricorn. Take care, okay? And keep shining.